Here's the deal. You can't lose this game. That man set fire. He burnt the place to the ground. It's personal on Sunday. For me as a Lions fan, it's personal on Sunday. Stand up on Sunday. Stand up.
This is a backyard alley fight, bar brawl, whatever it is. You got to go in there and win.
And as far as the New England players, they're just playing a bunch of boobs from Detroit.
Lions, Patriots, the 1-3 Detroit Lions going to New England. They haven't officially made word yet if Bailey Zappi will be the starter for the Patriots or exactly what's going on. And before we get into it, the breakdown, I had kind of an epiphany about this game yesterday. And it really popped inside my head where I know the defense is the defense. And I know that they're 1-3. And I understand all that. Here's the deal. You can't lose this game. And I'm not talking about from the defense has to be better or you need to run the football. I'm talking about from an organizational perspective. I'm talking about that guy that's on the sideline across the field from the Lions.
You mean Bill Belichick?
The other one. The other one. That man set fire to your organization in the Detroit Lions. He burnt the place to the ground. What they came in, they gassed people that have been with the organization, like the good people that have been with the organization. They came in with their arrogance and they burnt it down to the ground. Sunday, stand up. Stand up on Sunday and take this man down. I don't care how it gets done. I don't care what you do. Make a stand against this guy. People that talk about Brad Holmes, and this goes back in the circle too, where in the offseason when people were talking about, well, Brad Holmes, he just re-signed some guys and couldn't get out there in free agency. Remember this, because of that guy on the sideline, you're spending $18.5 million on Trey Flowers and Jamie Collins. They don't play for you anymore. That's the level of moves that this guy and that regime made. It's personal on Sunday. For me as a Lions fan, it's personal on Sunday. And I don't care about the tactics. And D-Mac, I don't care about how the defense is trending or anything like that. Stand up on Sunday. Stand up and take that guy down, man.
You know what this is? It's a
revival.
It's this Thanksgiving Day football game outside with your relatives. Your cousins are in town and whatever like this. You got the one football game a year that you play probably after, before you eat and stuff like this, where you have to win. Throw everything out the window. This is all about pride. This is a fight. This is as big as, 300, Sparta, whatever else it is. Every guy in that Lions organization, if we are to believe that they believe in Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn and what they are doing, should know how much this means to this organization, to this fan base, because of the person over there. And the only thing that Matt Patricia has protecting him is it's like as if he's the king and Bill Belichick is his sorcerer and he's got these, right? You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing that's protecting him. But everybody, no matter if you've been here for one day or been here for a few years, in that Lions organization knows that this game, because you know what? Talking about must wins or whatever, this is a game where you can go out and throw everything that's been done out the window. You just have to win the game. I don't care how. This is a fight. This is a backyard alley fight, bar brawl, whatever it is. You got to go in there and win because this means more to the organization than anything else. And if you believe in your coach that
here's
much.
the problem, fellas. We all know that Matt Patricia is a boob, right?
Right.
But Bill Belichick would say, excuse me, we're not running that crap. Call something else. So he can veto the guy and say, we're not going to run this. Here's what we're going to run. Or I want a running plan. I don't want a flea flicker right now. So Bill Belichick is still in charge there. That's why the Patriot way works only in New England, because that man is there.
Which I get, which I understand. But not Sunday, Terry. Not Sunday. And look, at 1-3, we know the ship has sailed, right? But Terry, here's how much I'm doubling down on this. Here's how bad I want this.
Okay.
Get a win, draft capital be damned, right? Because you know, once you can't qualify for the playoffs, I don't even care about that, Terry. I'll take if this win costs me 5 spots in the draft. I'm cool with it.
No, this is personal.
Oh, wow.
This is personal.
And here's the thing: it should be personal to every Lions player, fan, and everything else.
Right.
Not to New England, right? Not to their players. They don't know. They don't care that their coach is in here and stuff, or what he did to this organization. So everybody with the jersey on, coaching or whatever this week, go out and show that. Because offensively, you have the talent to put it up. Defensively, we hear about getting better.
Just find a way Sunday.
Find a way. Somebody said in the chat, Mike said in the chat about, he said 25-22, Lions win ugly. Well, have you ever not seen a Lion game win ugly? It doesn't matter. And to your point, Neil, yes, the sacrifice, throw draft capital, and
All
you're
of
the
it.
draft capital and
Yeah.
everything got.
I'll
At the
eat
end
it
of
all.
the day, you know what? We're not going to allow the blasphemy of, well, if you wouldn't have beat New England. No, you got to
No.
beat New England.
That's-
This is just as
different.
This is so much more important than when Patricia was here, when New England came in and he beat them. Right? This is like, that was personal, and we took that personal for him then. This is a million times deeper.
The Lions
because of what
should
he did.
have more emotion than New England. The Lions know this man. They know he screwed them. And as far as the New England players, they're just playing a bunch of boobs from Detroit. So, I mean, they may not even start playing football until the second quarter.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see people in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread fired up about this as well. Nick Burke, if you're a Lions fan and you hate Fatty P, blow up the players' social media. The Lions Nation wants this win, and he gave the little fist emoji as well. I mean, I do, Terry. Again, this is how personal it is to me. And it's a little bit deeper because of some of the people that they came in and gassed that you'll never see that
That's
weren't
the whole
players
thing. What
and
they
stuff
did
like
to this
that.
organization, guys they ran out of town, that you could be here right now, moving you more further along in the process. But he did so much, not only to the losing of the organization, but imploring it and the culture. So this is so personal. This is as personal of a game that I can think of in a long time.
It is. That guy 62. This is personal. I'm glad to see it because I hadn't heard a lot about that coming into this week or anything like that. But it just dawned on me yesterday, T, where just to illustrate it, if this win costs me the number 2 pick and makes me pick 9th, I don't care.
I think you should care about that, brother.
No, that's how in I am on this one.
I know, but they need talent.
They do. 100% they do. But
I trusted Brad Holmes enough that he's going to figure out how to balance
No, it isn't even
out.
that. It's that I hate those
Right.
people that much.
And the thing is, we're getting pretty close to the anniversary of Jim Schwartz getting carried off the field by the Eagles players in Ford Field. And Matt Patricia is 20,000 times worse than Jim Schwartz for what they did to this
100%.
franchise.
Schwartz got to the playoffs,
Yeah,
right?
Schwartz at least did. At
He
least
did something.
At least he got mad at Harbaugh. Like, you know, he did something. So
It is. It's just I'm not talking about the X's and O's and all that kind of stuff. Inking Horse 2 says, I want Fatty Matty breaking number 2 pencils on the sidelines in frustration. We hate that guy. And get it out. See, like everyone,
You know what?
it took someone to say it. Now everybody's coming out.
Yeah, because it's personal. Not only what he did to the Lions, but what he did to the city. Right? This was a personal attack on the city. That's how I feel like it. It was, listen, this isn't as this severe as the Lemieux thing, but this is up there. This tickles
100%.
that tickles that same button of mine that, you know, like you don't want him dead, but I want him to feel pain.
Absolutely. And T-Foss, look, man, people, you're in the know, obviously. General fans in this town don't understand how deep the asteroid that was Matt Patricia and Quinn Trisha, they don't understand how deep that asteroid hit the Lions franchise to the core, do they? The people that were gassed.
No, they don't. They should know because the Lions are not even on the radar in the National Football League. In fact, the Lions should probably be regulated to the CFL. That's how bad they've been. They have a 272 win percentage since Caldwell left. Matt Patricia won 31% of his games. Dan Campbell's won like 24% of their games. this is, this is as bad as it's been since Matt Millen. Since the calendar turned 2000, it's been abysmal around here for Lions football.
I just want it out there too for everybody that questioned free agency and stuff like that. You're still feeling the effects of it. It's still prevalent. You can go look it up. Their destruction of this franchise. You're still feeling the effects of it now. You have about 10% less of a salary cap than the rest of the league does because of those two individuals.
I mean, Terry brings up such a great point, right? You think of the devastation of what Matt Millen did to this organization, and yet people sort of like play it off like bad business, wasn't as good of a football business. Front office guys, he was a player, yada, yada, yada. This is personal. I have more hatred for Matt Patricia and what he did and the pompousness of that Quintricia era than what Matt Millen and Terry said. It was even worse.
It would be one thing if you came in like Nathaniel Hackett. If you came in and you were Nathaniel Hackett and you were just ill-equipped and not good at the job, that's one thing. But it's another thing to sit here and act like you knew what you were doing or what was going on.
Run guys out of town because it's like my way or the highway.
Yeah, one time, you guys. And somebody earlier in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread said, don't do this to yourself, guys, because I hate to tell you the Lions are going to lose Sunday. I'm prepared for that mentally. I am. We all are. We know better.
I'm going to war. When I go into a fight, I expect to bleed and to get hit. So you know what? But you're going to get yours. I'm going to give you yours. So what? Like that's part of it. Look at the nose. It's been broken like 7 times.
Yeah.
It's part of the. But I accept that. Do you?